was my first kiss was not my first kiss. My
What was your least favorite?
oh girl. I mean, I hated them colors. I could not stand it.
She really didn't like them.
I was like, every time I would see a blue hips, I'm like, oh, here we go, because it affected my
Your real life. Now you start venturing out. Like, you're on a long form, mind you.
Yeah.
Then you start shooting films like Losing the Rato Part 2.
Yes.
Which, there's a sequel, my darling.
Hey.
And everybody loved the first one.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Loved it.
Then you come and you do the second one. And you're still on a Lorona, mind you. So you're doing this.
Yeah. It was just difficult because I would shoot like for 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. I would go at on House of Zwide at 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. wrap. And then from 6 p.m. the driver's outside ready to take me to Losing. Same process. You've had makeup though. You know how it feels so good to remove makeup or just completely de-roll. And there was no time for that.
I had to get to the point where I felt like Aksabato act to realize I need to breathe.
Yeah.
Hi,
you weirdo.
Hi, Tari. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Did you have a good morning?
Yes, I had a long morning, and you?
Yes, very long.
But I'm very happy to be here with you.
I know, me too.
Finally.
I feel like it's long overdue, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And we're going to be talking about our acting.
Ooh,
Sure.
girl, you know there's so much to tell.
I know.
Mhm.
We're finally having a debrief where people are going to listen to
Oh.
us. 'Cause we have a lot of...
Might be a bit chaotic here and there.
But stay with us.
Stay with us.
Don't play with it.
Don't play with it. Just stay with it. Okay.
I'm going to start with you.
Sure.
So, all right. You've played Umpile.
Mm-hmm.
You've played Lerato.
Mm-hmm.
You've played Mandy.
Yes.
You've played your character on Unmarried. Mbali.
Yes.
And Ona Lerona Molapo Zabush.
Oh.
Zwide.
Zobs.
Girl.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
24.
How old were you when you played your first character?
I was 19. Oh, no. Mbali, I was in grade 8. So I think I was like 13 or 14.
You were
Crazy, right?
13 or 14.
Yeah.
Did you know you wanted to act?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, girl. I've been on stages since I was a kid. I knew this was the space for me. But I think from like a very young age, like my parents were just like, okay, let's go through school first. Then you can do all these things that you want to do. And yeah, I guess with time, like the role kind of just landed on my lap. Because I remember my agent at the time, Gaisang, called and she was like, hey, there's a show Unmarried and they want to cast you. I was like, cast me? Hey, how about to go audition it?
Just a whole cast.
Like me?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. And I begged my dad. It took like 3 weeks to convince him. But thankfully, he let me do it because I think it was happening during the school holidays. So he was like, okay, no, as long as it doesn't affect school, then I'm all for it.
Do you remember how long you shot?
I really don't remember, but I want to say about a month. I also didn't really have like a big role, so I probably was there for like 5 calls or so. It wasn't like a hectic.
Yeah.
I didn't have a storyline, to be honest.
You kind of ate those 5 calls.
Stop it.
And the reason why I ask is because you think the first time I experienced you as a performer was on House of Zwide.
Yeah.
No. I used to watch a lot of TV, like a lot of local TV. Yeah. So the scene I remember so clearly from Unmarried, I don't remember which season it was.
Okay.
But I remember our girl went to a party or a concert or something.
That's where I said my storyline.
You went to this party concert. We were also... It was supposed to be a good time. She's a baby. She's innocent.
Yeah.
She's just as excited. And then she went to go use the bathroom. And some creep creeped. And I remember the scene, you shutting the door and you're fighting and you're crying. And I'm like, wait, who's this girl? Who's this little Moana? And why is she so good?
What?
Yeah, like I rewatched it.
Oh my gosh.
I did rewatch it because I remember I think it was the era where you could record the program.
Yes.
Yeah. So we started recording and I'd watch and I was just like, and the whole house was just quiet. Like, yo.
Oh, that makes me like a little emotional.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I didn't really think like, because it was no one really, I was like, big skolong, because I mean, you're at school and you're the one on TV and it's like,
yeah.
But I didn't really think like anyone saw much of her, which I didn't mind, honestly, because I was just more so enjoying like being on set for the first time, understanding what final checks are, understanding what happens before the actual scene.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, the honestly, the fact that you even watched it is bizarre to me. Like, I'm just like, oh, what? You knew me from back then?
Yeah.
I was just grateful to be there and to learn from it.
And then, you know what then happened? So then, I guess a couple of years pass. Yeah. And one day I get a call to come to the show.
Yes.
That I had auditioned for, but I didn't get the role that I auditioned for.
Who did you audition for?
At the time, her name was called, what was her name? I forgot what her name was called. But I know I didn't get it.
Okay.
And then I get a call literally the Saturday to come through Monday.
Yes.
Go House of Zwide.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, okay, fine. And it was such an emotional day because I just lost a friend. Like it was just a jam-packed day and I'd gone years without booking anything that I actually want to book.
Can I just ask, how old were you at this point?
At this point, I was 2021. How old was I in 2021? I think I was 24.
Okay.
Yeah, I was turning 25 that year. I was 24. It was May because I got the call on the 1st of May and I started on the 3rd of May at House of Zwide.
That's crazy.
I know.
Okay, we need to debrief into that soon, but okay, yes.
Right? And then I remember I was nervous, but I have directions. I had everything. I drive all the way from Vaal. I get there. I walk into a room and I go, hello. And nobody answers me, but I don't think it's because they were being rude. I think my hello was inside.
Oh, it was your inside voice.
I think it was my inside voice.
Yeah.
I think I was so scared. And you looked at me and you went, oh, dude. Yeah, you told me. And I was like, and then we just went.
I just remember, I just thought, yo, and you just had like this radiance about you. Like you just seemed so like a light.
And that's how I felt about you. And you were you were wearing white heels, long socks. You had this colorful hairstyle.
Crazy.
And you were just sitting there waiting and it was cold.
Oh.
And then you disappeared because then you went to go shoot them scenes.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Ooh, I think when I met you, I think it was probably the second week of shoot for House of Zwide. At that point, I felt like, okay, I was getting a little bit comfortable.
Yeah.
I was finally finding my feet. But I was still so nervous. Like, I was just shocked that like, oh my gosh, they're really trusting like a 19-year-old who has never actually really done this, like on a serious scale. But I knew like I loved this thing and I wanted to give it my all. And yeah, I think I was just having fun. Like it felt like a high. Like I don't know how to explain it. I think I was just going with it. Like whatever came my way, I was just fresh. I was ready to get into it. And I was hungry to learn. Yeah. So yeah. I want to know though, for you, your first day on House of Zwide, what did that, because you've just spoken about our interaction, right? But how was that for you, especially speaking about how you were in that space, like in a very emotional, sensitive time because you had just lost someone at the time. How was that for you? How was that for you? What kind of?
I think it was a very God moment for me.
Okay, explain.
Because it just felt like I had waited so many years. when you think about it, it's not really that many years, but it's
When
long.
did you graduate?
I graduated 2017.
Okay.
2018, I shot a KFC ad.
Okay.
And then I think I shot a Codex ad. And that was all. And then in between, from 2018 to 2021, there was absolutely nothing.
Sure.
I had done a few films, like short films, but I wanted more.
I get that.
And I think I was starting to lose hope. And not just me, you know, our families, they also feel the pressure because you're not getting younger.
Yeah.
Your stomach is getting wider. You know, like, and you could exist in you could go through I know my purpose. You can go from I know my purpose to why am I even alive? Because that's the one thing I was always sure about. A lot of things I wasn't, but I always knew that I'm meant to be a performer. I've always known. And then it's not happening. So it's just like, Lord, are you playing a joke on me or something? What's going on? You know, I'm tired of explaining myself. And then when I got that call on that particular moment, I wept.
Really?
Like I wept. I couldn't believe it. And I didn't know anything. I didn't know what her name was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what her name was. I didn't know her character bio. I didn't know anything. I just knew they said I must come get to act. I was like, okay.
So wait, when you got to set, you knew
I didn't know
about...
nothing.
Oh, wow.
I walked in there and I knew nothing. And then I did suffer a little bit of fear because then I realized, wait, I'm walking into a room with people who actually know why they're here and who they're here for. But I was just like, it's fine. God says I must come, I'll come.
I love that.
I'll be here. Whatever they say.
I'll be here.
I'll be here. So I sat in that makeup chair. I didn't know anything. And then I think eventually someone gave me what her name is supposed to be.
That's crazy.
And then only about a few days later, I got like a
bio.
Not a bio, like 4 lines of what? Like a description.
Yes. Of who she is.
Who she is. That's all.
And so now I want to know, right? Because you've done multiple shows over these past 5 years.
So have you, my dearest?
No, let's talk about me. Let's talk about you.
Okay.
I want to know, because you've done, telenovelas, you've gone to series. I want to know for you, and you've also done short films. How is that transition? Is there much of a difference, and how do you prepare for that? Maybe moving from a telenovela to doing a show on Netflix, you know, a series where you played Nsiki. How's that? How do you go about that? How's your preparation and all of that?
It's still the same.
Okay.
You sit and you let your mind go. So I believe in imagination. I have the craziest imagination ever. And also, I grew up around some very interesting characters, guys. Shout out to the Vaal triangle.
Period.
I went to a high school called General Smuts, and there was about 1.9 of us at some point. I was surrounded by every type of character you could think of. And a lot of the characters people see, I've derived from the people I've experienced, whether they were my friends, family, whatever. But I grew up around so many characters that it's not hard for me to imagine a character differently each time because I've experienced them. And my best lesson wasn't necessarily in the classroom. It was through meeting all these people and being a weirdo and just people watching. So when I had to go from, for example, from Mampho to Naledi, that was easy.
Okay.
In my head, Naledi was the cute princesses I watched my whole life. Right? Whereas Mampho, Mampho was my queens from school. You know, so I always start there. And if sometimes you don't have a bio, sometimes you don't, like you see how I said I got to House of Zwide and I didn't really know much.
Yes.
But that's where I allowed my imagination to just run.
I'm now curious though. See, you saying that you never actually had a bio or really anything that kind of gave you a backstory of this character. How did you curate her? Like, how did you decide? Because I mean, Mampho. I'm like, where did that surname come from? You came up with that. You know, you decided where she came from. And how did you do that?
Okay, so with the surname, it was actually Mama Bawinile who came with those surnames. Yeah,
okay.
at the fashion show, the first ever one.
Yeah.
The one we shot when it was cold at night.
Yes.
So it was the three interns, and they were like, she needs to announce. And she was like, okay, but what are their surnames? Imagine.
That's
and
crazy.
And they were like, hey, just
make up something.
And she literally made them up. And we all listened to her and we took them, and I was like, showcase.
Gosh.
And so what I did know, what they had emphasized to me once things started getting warm, was she's a problem. She's the problem in the group. Within the intern, she's the mean one. She will do whatever it takes to get to, you know, what she wants. And that's literally, and this is me saying it in a PG-13 way, if I were to say how they said she is. And I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Crazy.
Bet, let's go.
No, but you ate it down.
I thought of all my favorite villains, but also I was like, okay, but how do we keep her like that, but still make her like, you can't help but like her.
I know.
Even though she's a pain.
She's funny.
Yeah. I remembered Meme's character, funny enough, because she ended up playing Mampho's mom.
Yes.
Sulu ended up
crazy, right?
Yeah. It was Meme's character. It was Naomi from Rhythm City.
Yes.
And it was a little bit of Regina George.
I love that.
And I was like, I took a little bit of my favorite things from each of those characters. And then I was like, hi, just have fun.
And you did.
Just have fun. And then they were like, your role is to terrorize Ona Lerona. I was like, oh, fine. And you were a pleasure to work with also. So
thank you.
And just trusting the process.
Yeah.
You know, I think we don't trust the process enough. I trusted it more back then than I do now. And I think that's a problem. Because I was a baby. I had nothing to lose. I'm just like, let's rock. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the business of the game. I don't know anything about the politics of the game. I just want to play.
Yes.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So that's how all of that came about.
Oh, that's a beautiful story.
How did it feel like to be Ona Lerona? Because she was everybody's sweetheart.
Yeah.
But what was she like for you?
For me, my first experience with her, I didn't, just like you, I also didn't know this character's name. I didn't know who this character was. I just knew, hey, my agent called, hey, you have an audition, please go to this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I show up, then we get there, there's no script. It's just, they like improvise. They give you a scenario and just act it out. And you go in with like people that kind of look like you. Like we all like are 19-year-olds that look the same. And at the time, it was a very interesting point in my life because I was supposed to go into varsity, right? I'd just come from matric and it was February and we were waiting for results. Yeah. And they finally came and UJ was like, yep, come study. I said, I can't go now. Like,
this was before or after the audition?
This was before.
Okay, sure.
This was like a week before.
Oh.
And my dad was just not having it. He was just like, when we were butting heads the whole of February. And I think the 27th of Feb, I get this audition. And I was like, yeah, I want, because school was only going to really start, I think, from like the 5th of March or something. I was like, I have a few days to prove myself. And the audition came about. And yeah, like I said, I knew nothing about this character, but I knew that I just wanted to play. Like I used to say this all the time. Like I would have done this thing for free. Honestly, that's how much I loved it. Like I just wanted to play. I didn't care how big the character was. I didn't care how small. I just knew I wanted to be behind the camera.
Yeah.
And so the whole audition process happened. So I can't really say like I met her at that point because I didn't know what was happening. I just felt like, oh, let's do scenario, you know. And I get a call and they're like, hey, you've been cast. And they called me into Mama Deza's office. And she gave me like this whole thing. She's like, okay, you're going to be the face of the show. I was like, I'm sorry, what? You're just... I mean, I said I want to play,
by the way.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
And I was like, I know I said I want to play, but like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Yeah.
And she was like, don't worry, like, we'll hold your hand through it all. And I finally met the character, I think, in those 2 weeks before shoot. Because now I have my scripts, yes. And now I actually have a bio. And it just felt so close to her. It just felt like, okay, yeah, this is from God. Like this, yeah, and I'm peeling. Because the whole time I had been praying, I'd been fasting. It was actually my first, I would like to call it my first introduction to my relationship with God.
Oh.
So it just, I know. So it just felt like, okay, like I feel like this is beyond me. But I also know that God qualifies the unqualified.
Absolutely.
You know. And yeah, I just kind of just walked with God. And that's how I was like, I kind of felt like I was on this high because I never for a moment had a second to like second guess myself. Because I just felt like, no, man, because this is my role. You know, and it was so fun. Like it felt so close to home in the sense that at the time, I just explained to you, I was supposed to go to varsity, and Ona's, the character, was also supposed to go study accounting at the time. And she was just butting heads with her dad as well. And it just felt like, well, I'm going through the same thing too. So it just felt like our twin. And we're the same age. You know, a lot of our firsts we're experiencing at the same time. I was experiencing a lot of my firsts through her, which just felt more authentic. I mean, literally kissing was my first kiss was not my first kiss. I don't know. But I was so like innocent that like my first kiss, oh, bless him, Linda, I cried. Like I cried before because I was like, no, we're not supposed to kiss people we don't like. We don't do this. Okay. And bless his heart, he was so sweet. He was like, I literally felt like that whole cast and crew like walked me through that journey and just made me fall in love with this character even more because we're young. You know, her and I are both young. We're both experiencing our first. It just felt so... it felt like I was living my life through her, but still being an individual outside of her, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. What do you remember the first scene you shot as Ona?
What was the first scene? Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, girl. I was... I'm like trying to decide, was it this one or this one? I think the first scene I shot... Yes, I remember. The first scene I shot, I was running up and down the road in heels. Yep. And a very white, colorful dress. Yes. White long stockings. I had orange and green and purple. I had very colorful hair. Yes. And they just kept saying, run up and down. Okay, we need that shot. I'm like, how many times am I going to run up and down? When I can't cry like when I airing. And I just remember literally the first day was literally that. Like I was just running up and down. And wow, it was a lot.
Okay, so that was the first scene. What was the difficult part of it being Ona? The challenging part. Yeah. And it could be from anything.
Okay. I think for me, what was the most challenging? I would say this out, but not really. I think the most challenging was having such a big role to play in front of like people I've been watching my whole life. You know, with Jeffrey, Jeff. Like I'm just like, what if I'm not like, what if I'm not there yet? Yeah. You know, but they carried me, man. They literally, I just felt like, oh no, like we're all playing. They never once made me feel like, oh, man.
I know.
You know, but Vusi and I literally used to have conversations all the time. Yeah. And, you know, he would give me game on the industry and acting as well. Because mind you, I hadn't studied for this thing.
Absolutely.
You know, I just knew from Grads Eats and Feeder from school. You know, I had just played on the stage. That's all I knew. So yeah, I think that for me was a bit scary. And I know I got, oh my gosh, I just had this flashback. The day before the show aired, I felt like I was going to die. I had the worst anxiety. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what if, you know, Twitter's such a, I wasn't even on Twitter at the time. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they're going to say like, I'm the worst actor ever? What if, because for the longest time, like throughout these past 3 months that we had been shooting, it was just fun.
I know. Now people are going to watch
Now I'm like, oh, you mean to say people are actually going to watch this? And the reception, oh man.
Was amazing.
It was amazing. So yeah. I want to know with you.
Hey, I'm still
okay.
We're almost done. We're gonna move on. I promise.
Okay.
We're almost done. So, and then what was your? Did I say least favorite thing about Ona?
No, you didn't.
What was your least favorite thing about Ona?
Oh, girl. I mean, I hated them colors. I could not stand it.
She really did not like them.
I was like, every time I would see a blue hips, I'm like, oh, here we go, because it affected my
your real life.
I was like, oh, I have to walk at the mall in this blue hippies. I'm like, oh, Jumi, I'm trying to be undercover.
Try being on a date with you as a friend,
literally,
and you have that white and pink. Literally braid. I'm like, what is happening?
Now try being the person that actually is in that body experiencing that. And you can't hide, because at the time, like, it's also very overwhelming at that age. And suddenly, like, you go from not really, like, honestly, I don't want to say being invisible, but like just having a normal life.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, and it's like, oh, okay. I know I said I wanted this, but yeah, no. And sometimes it's the interactions can be very like intense. Like I remember people would literally come and kiss me on my lips.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, don't do that. I will cry.
You actually did cry.
No, I actually did. I was 19. Like, imagine a random old person is coming to kiss. I'm like, you can't even. I also didn't know like what the line was, but like between, is this harassment or is this just genuinely
are they happy to see me?
Are they happy to see me? So it was just a very overwhelming time.
Everybody's sweetheart.
Yeah.
People forget that you're really not the character, but they can't help it because you give them that escapism. You give them that healing. You give them that joy. You give little girls hairstyles to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, they want to see what Ona Leruna's wearing, you know, and they want her to win. And that's the magic of her.
And that's the beauty of it. I think it's the, sometimes I wish like I don't know, maybe there's, I don't know, like something that kind of prepares you for that.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know for you, how was that actually? When would you say, which role would you say was the one that made you recognizable? Like when you stepped out and suddenly people are like, Mampho, or Naledi.
It was very interesting because the one that really just made me, it was Naledi.
Okay.
Mainly because my first year as Mampho, I entered, and then I wasn't the crowd favorite.
Yes.
Because I was bullying everybody's sweetheart.
Yes.
You know? So even if I get to a shop, people just be like, literally this happened the one time. I think I was trying to get a chicken or something. And I was like, and she goes, oh, my rice, and she starts and she's taking it down. I'm like, wait.
That actually, I want to know. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
How is that? How is that experience?
Look, for me, I was like, I mean, that means I'm doing a good job and being a pain. I didn't take offense to it.
Okay.
If anything, it was more of a, oh, okay, shout out.
Okay.
So, and then she kind of disappeared for a little bit. And she came back pregnant.
Yes.
And literally around the time she comes back pregnant, was around the same time Tando comes out, the full.
Yes.
And I'm playing Mavis,
Yes.
right? Literally around the same time, the announcement comes that I'm the one who's going to be playing Naledi. Literally, it all happened at the same time.
Oh my gosh. How was that experience? Because they're completely different.
Okay, at least with Tando, I'd shot months before, so that's fine. Mampho and Naledi were two different girls.
Yes,
so that was also very easy for me. It was the announcement and the reception and the adrenaline, the chaos of it all that was like,
okay, what do you mean the chaos of it all?
Because it's when you think about it, because I'm trying to find a way to explain that feeling. You feel you're happy.
Yeah.
You're blessed. You're nervous. You're anxious. You want to do good. You're feeling all of these things at the same time, internally, silently, while everybody else is feeling their own feelings. And then you have Instagram comments. You have Twitter. You have people who love this show, so that's what it was like. But for me, the character that really just changed everything was Naledi.
Oh,
it really, really was. Naledi, she almost introduced me to a different audience. That's what it did, because the wife was amazing. I watched it.
Girl, we all watched
we were
it
just like,
as a nation.
Oh, this is wonderful. Like these women, these actors, these brothers. It was just it was a beautiful production of its time. So yeah, Naledi was definitely the character that she was like my little cutie, my little baby.
I love that.
Yeah.
How did you go from, like, how you're saying she introduced you to a whole different audience?
Yeah.
How was that? Was it overwhelming? Was it exciting? Did it feel like home? How did that feel?
You was there, girl.
No,
that was there. The introduction to the whole new audience and all of that, it was like, wow.
Really?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
A lot of it I couldn't believe. A lot of it almost kind of happened and I feel like I missed it.
Does it feel like a fever dream?
Yeah, it's just like, what just happened?
Really?
That was a whole new world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like you can't go anywhere without someone saying.
Someone will recognize you.
Literally.
Yeah.
They would always say, either say Khosatsana. Other people would literally say Nkanyezi yethu.
Yes.
Mfazi kakawe, literally. And everywhere I go, to this day.
How does it make you feel though? I always hear people goody shopping, like when you bump into people that supporters, right? They always I remember I bumped into Papa O, I think I was renewing my disc or something, and he was like, Nana. He's like, oh Nana, oh Shapo. And I was like, he's like, Nayo visa oh Nana, because like you see, How do you feel? Because I know a lot of the times, and I didn't know this was a thing until like, people that I would bump into would say, how do you feel about people calling you a specific character name rather than your own name?
I really like my name.
Okay.
I really, really love my name. But I understand that not everybody reads credits. Also, we're invested in the story, not the person.
Yes.
And it's really not about us.
Yes.
So in as much as I don't think it's easy sometimes, I don't mind it.
Okay.
I just, it all depends on your manner of approach.
I get that.
Because if someone a lot of the times when they refer to me as Naledi, it's always very calm.
Yes.
And gentle and kissy. And then if it's Mampho, it's like, yeah, Mampho. You're like, woo. I'm just trying to buy my veggies.
You're like, whoa.
I come in peace. I don't mind it. I really don't. For me, as long as, someone is just being kind and nice, then it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And for you?
I don't mind it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I share the same sentiment as you. Like, that's who they know.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've never found a problem with it. I mean, I literally, I went to a concert last year and someone was like, Batong, Lerato, stay here so you don't die. Hey, they're going to kill you. That's so funny, you know? And then in the same crowd, someone was like, Ona little, oh, wanake, Papa, we say. You know, like, and I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I love to see that you know, I love interacting with people. I love to see that they're drawn into these stories.
Exactly. And also it shows that they're actually following you.
Yes.
They enjoy watching you.
Literally.
So it's like you're not, they don't enjoy you just on a particular show.
No.
They want to follow you.
Exactly.
And I think that's such a blessing that we should not take for granted as artists.
No.
You know, I recently bumped into someone at the gym. I'm leaving and he literally goes, my sister, I kids. Kero Ona lady when no Mampho and
I don't know.
He was like, I don't know which one, bro. Because I mean, you
everywhere.
And I literally stood there. I'm like, I also don't know. Whichever one.
Yeah.
You know, and then you just sit in, and that conversation made me realize that, oh my gosh, people actually take the time out to catch up.
Yeah.
Because they want to see you.
I'm curious to know.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite character that you play?
No.
Also the good.
No. You don't ask a mother who her favorite child is.
Technicalities. Boring.
They've all meant different things to me.
I get that though.
They really have. You know? Yeah, they all mean something different. Mampho's my girl.
Okay.
Mampho's my girl.
Would you be friends with Mampho in your personal capacity?
No.
Your problem, child.
No. No. Mampho's like, Mampho was always the character that I always bounced back to try something new. Mampho was the character where if my confidence was at an all-time low, if I suffered something, she consistently rehabilitated me. Mampho afforded that space for me. With Mampho, I could do anything. And I was so lucky because the creatives that were in charge of her let me.
I love that. Do you think you were afforded that opportunity more because it was a long form? And like, you know, the character evolves, honestly.
Yeah, I think I was afforded that because initially, like, you know, Mampho was only supposed to be there for, I think they said like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
but she wasn't supposed to be there for that long.
Yeah.
So I think I was afforded that because there was no plan, and then I came and I honored the no plan. Like, it doesn't matter what was happening. I made sure to honor her.
Yeah.
And I think in my honoring of her, the Lord gave me more.
Yeah.
And producers and everybody decided, let's see. She gives us something. We'd be doing a scene and I'd have one line, and the one line would be, so what? And I tell myself, so what? Ew, it better come.
Give it your all.
You see?
Yeah.
So I think it was that. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's so crazy how you. Wow. I feel like, can I ask, do you like crazy characters?
Absolutely.
Because I'm looking at the trajectory of all the characters. Kindombi from How to Manifest. Kinsiki, Kamoke Mampho. I'm like, no, when I get. Or do you genuinely just find yourself with these characters? Or do you intentionally pick them?
No, I did not pick any. So I didn't pick Mampho.
Okay.
I never auditioned for Mampho.
Yes.
Like I said, right?
Yeah.
Mampho chose me, right? I did audition for Naledi.
Okay.
But someone actually said to me the thing about characters, and it was around about the time I got Naledi. Like, sometimes the character chooses the actor, not the other way around.
Very true.
Right? Then immediately after that, Dombi comes. And I'm just like, what's going on? And I actually went through a phase where I felt like, why not every time?
Did you feel like you were being typecast?
Yeah, I started to feel like, why am I always the one getting married?
Yeah.
Or the one in love with the strong or dangerous Zulu man? Like, why is it always me?
Yeah.
You know, and I had to then, someone had a conversation with me to be like, it works. You do it so well. You do it so gracefully. And perhaps it is the season. But more so, it is not for you to, as an artist, to feel like, why is it always me?
Yeah.
It is for you to get the script or to get the character and to honor them and to ask yourself, what is this character's story? Because none of these girls' story was the same. I just think they're the same because they all end up getting married.
No.
And it's really not like that when you really look at it. Like, mine is to ask, okay, what is the story of the character?
Mm-hmm.
What story do I want to tell through this character?
Mm-hmm.
What story are people going to receive from this character? That's all.
Do you ever find yourself judging a character?
No,
Or the
you
characters
can't.
You can't.
You can't. Because the moment you judge your character, it's chai.
Yeah.
It is chai. When you get to a point as an actor where you judge, just know, you better either look for another character or respectfully say bow. Yeah.
I get that.
Am I always good at that?
Yeah, I wanted to ask that.
No. Because actors were so emotional. We get so emotionally invested in these characters. We forget that this is not our story.
Mm-mm.
We don't get to decide.
You're literally the vessel.
We are the...
Oh, girl.
I ate that. You gotta do it. I gotta say it. You gotta do it. Literally. And we get so caught up in our own beliefs. Oh, she would never do this.
But
She
it's
would
not
never do that.
you.
And it's not ours. How many conversations have we had to have where we probably didn't understand what was happening with our characters? And it's just like, hey, Tari, what's that? Mother here. Yours is to be a vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite character?
I think Ona, just because she was my genuine first experience.
Yeah.
I feel like she was such a symbol of hope. She empowered a lot of young people, not just females, but genuinely, like, to this day, even moms. Like, it's crazy to say, but my biggest supporters of Ona,
Yeah.
they'll be, oh, Ngwanake,
Yeah.
my child is just like you. Oh, I want my kid to be just like, you know?
Yeah.
And I just loved that. Like, there was just a purity about that
That's
character.
true.
She was just so, you know how I explained my first experience meeting you? That's how she
Felt to you.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you start venturing out. Like, you're on a long form, mind you.
Yeah.
Then you start shooting films like Losing the Rato Part 2.
Yes.
Which, that's a sequel, my darling.
Hey.
And everybody loved the first one.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Loved it.
Then you come and you do the second one. And you're still on Lorona, mind you. So you're doing this.
Yeah.
And then at some point you also need to go be Mkhabela. And that's, you're not even in a studio with these things.
No, we're on location everywhere.
We're on location everywhere. Let's start with Losing Lerato because that was let's start with it. Before Mkhabela was fun.
Yeah.
Let's start with Lerato.
Girl, that was a lot. Like you said, like, I was literally in between. Actually, Mkhabela came first.
Yes.
So I was shooting Ona and Mkhabela at the same time. And Mkhabela, I think we shot for, I want to say, like 4 months or so, on to 5, because we had to reshoot. And that was a lot, like that, because you come on, they both are very colorful characters, and the shows want completely, like, they don't want you to feel like, oh, it's just a merge of these characters, right? Because you're trying to curate completely different people. And she was a teenager, Ona's like in her early 20s, but they're both still very colorful. And it was just a lot because you go in the morning, you go to House of Zwide, you shoot, and you have these colorful orange braids, and your scalp is already very, very painful. And 5 hours later, the driver's outside. Now you need to go to the other set, and now we need to remove everything I have. Same day, we just plaited this morning.
Yeah.
Wash my hair out to prep it for this character. And it just, I was miserable. I was miserable. And I was scared that it was going to take away from my experience with the character. And because I really loved the show How to Run as well, So I was so worried that like, oh, am I not doing enough?
Yeah.
Do I look miserable? Am I coming across that way? But thankfully not.
You did not.
And then immediately after How to Run, I think I had like 3 weeks, and then it was straight into losing, and I was like, I'm tired. Oh, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I was so worried that I was burnt out at that point. But with Lerato, I was blessed enough because I had a year with that script. Like I had a year. So I really had time to prep and sit with her. So by the time we went to go shoot that, Shem, I knew who she was. It felt like, oh, okay, Ona Lorona, you know how I'm very comfortable with this character. Yeah, now let's step into Lerato. It was just difficult because I would shoot like for 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, I would go at on House of Zwide at 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. wrap. And then from 6 p.m., the driver's outside ready to take me to losing. Same process. You've had makeup, though. You know how it feels so good to remove makeup or just completely de-roll. And there was no time for that. And at the time I was also in school. It was exam season. And I was like, well, I literally don't have time. I don't even have time for myself. I don't have time to read through scripts. So I would literally wrap House of Zwide at 6 p.m., go straight into losing. We're prepping for like 2-3 hours, trying to get me ready. And we're shooting until like 5-6 a.m. the next day. Yeah. And it just was that for like 4 or 3 weeks straight.
Do you know that you're brilliant now?
Nah, I didn't say that.
I swear, it almost feels like you just breathe and then a wave of emotion just hits you and then they say action and then it's chai. Because all the misery and all the stuff, we can't, girl. When we watch you, we couldn't tell.
Well, I'm grateful for that.
We couldn't tell at all.
I want to know, how do you prepare a scene? What's that process? Like the night before and just before you shoot, what happens?
The most important part for me is the night before.
Okay.
Because that's where I sit, I read, and I read the script as me to understand, then I read it as the character. So I put her voice in it and say, okay, how would she say this? Because we translate for ourselves most of the time. And then I'll make my notes. Then if it also depends on the scene. Some scenes you're just a filler.
Yes.
So you feel, you support in that scene and you support well. Some scenes you have to lead them.
Yes.
And in those instances, then I have to decide what my choices are going to be. So I enjoy that process. I enjoy creating that. I am in my apartment talking to myself, guys.
Yes. No, that's like
every day. Every day.
No.
Script or not,
Girl, you write your own script. In your mind.
I have concerts for myself.
Yes.
So this mind is always... So that's how I prepare.
Would you say you're a method actor?
Hey.
Or you kind of just wing it?
Hey, the method is global.
Are you intuitive?
Method is global.
So
do you know what? There are certain characters that I have that I may, the prep for them was almost giving method.
Okay.
Right. And then after that, I was like, I cannot do this again.
Really?
Yeah, because there's absolutely no way.
Why? Why?
It's so intense. I am Gaisang. I am a vessel. You know, I think if you're going to method act, do it for maybe, if, you know, it's a theater show, that's maybe for like a month. Or for like a series or a thing that you may be shooting for 2 months, 3 months.
Okay.
Not for more than that.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you.
Not more. For me.
Yes,
I can't,
yes.
you know, for me. So what I did with Naledi, right? And also going back to who's your favorite character.
Yes.
Right? I spoke of Mampho. Naledi as well. They're both my two favorite characters that I've ever played, I think. So with Naledi, we started shooting season 2 because that's when I came in, right? And then we had like a bit of a pause between season 2 and season 3.
Okay.
And during that period, I literally went to a coach. I literally stopped speaking Vaal completely. I was completely speaking strictly Tswana.
Yes.
And I would almost dress like her.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, you took her home.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would almost dress like her. Like I would have. So she used to wear like a bandana.
Oh, cool. As a yes, I
You know,
what
she used to have that cute thingy, and then she'd have
Yes.
her straight hair. I
Yes.
never used to wear straight hair. Remember?
Yes.
And I would literally put that and have that, and every day I would give myself time with her by the mirror. And I just to develop how she walks, how she talks, how silly things like that. But I don't think I would do that again, because then I think it stopped being fun at some point, because it's supposed to be fun. I want to feel like I'm having fun when I'm acting.
Yeah.
It started feeling
robotic.
yeah, and I was like, and I had worked for her character, but I just needed to breathe a bit.
I hear you.
And I've never taken it that far. I went then, because then I had the experience of, okay, this is how I did Mampho, this is how I did Naledi. Which one do I enjoy more? Which method do I enjoy more? I enjoy Mampho's method.
I get that.
So I'm going to roll with that.
And how do you de-roll from those characters? Especially, let's talk about Naledi, because you're saying like you would bring her into your personal to try connect with her. But how would you? Did you ever feel like at the end of the production she was still with you?
Yes, I felt like there was like a. I don't know. What does residue mean? Is it a
like excess? Like
hey, okay, let's not use English we don't understand. It felt like when we were done, it felt like, oh, we're done. What now? Yeah, I went through that. I went through a, what now? Whoa, okay. What do I do? Where do I go? What do I like? Where are my friends? You know, so, but I did go home.
Okay.
I did go to therapy. It took a while. It took a while to get over that experience as a whole. It was not an easy time for me at all.
Really?
No. It was such a challenge. Wow.
Was it scary?
I was scared the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that seems scary.
I was scared. I wanted to do well. I was nervous. And the people pleaser in me didn't thrive as well. That was when the people pleaser in me was truly highlighted, because now I'm trying to please everyone. Even the scrolling, the people, the comments. I'm really trying to prove myself to everyone.
You can't do that.
And I can't do that. I got the job. Do the job. I think at some point I was really just trying to please everyone, and I couldn't. And it took so much from me. It was tough. My anxiety was hectic. I was sad.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I think I loved her with all of my heart. And I wanted that to come across. So
it did.
I loved her so much.
It did.
I was just so scared, and I just wanted to do well. And, you know.
So for you, especially, I want to know, did you ever work 2 productions at the same time? How are those long hours for you? How does it feel? Like, how do you try to do away with burnout before it actually happens? Or do you find yourself in it already and you're like, oh.
Oh, no, I was finding myself in it. I was finding myself in the burnout, right? Because the whole time I was just thinking, what a blessing, what a blessing. And you know what? Truly it is. But you have to be smart.
Yeah.
You cannot be an actor that's tired.
No.
We are running this, and remember, this is also a business. You are a business. And you can't, like, what are you going to give when you're miserable?
Yeah.
You know, I had to get to the point where I felt like Aksabatlo act to realize I need to breathe. I had to, because it was literally back to back to back. I am back on House of Zwide. I get the wife. I'm shooting that. And then at some point they even had to almost write me out of House of Zwide because it was so demanding. Naledi was so demanding.
Yeah.
Then immediately when that was done, I get back to House of Zwide. We shoot. Literally July, I'm shooting How to Manifest a Man. And that thing that you speak about, you go from this set to that set.
Yeah.
The one time, and I remember that day on set, we were shooting the whole night. I injure myself.
Oh, shucks.
Right? But it was an accident only, you know. And I get to work in the morning. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm in pain. I have to wear heels. I was so sad. And I was like, no, we can shoot. And I remember you looked at me like, hi. I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I started crying.
Yeah.
Because I was just tired.
Yeah.
And I was in pain.
Yeah.
But alas, we're blessed. We keep going. Because this is me in my head. I keep going. And then I finished How to Manifest a Man. I remember sitting down and going, yeah, get sharp way. One show at a time. One show at a time. Oh, please. And that's when I started to realize that I can't be on 2 sets on the same day. It finishes me. And I spoke to my agent. I'm like, my guy, no more 2 sets on the same day, please. It's too much. I'm just because I was tired. But then I realized, okay, I do like what I do. So not necessarily one show at a time, but I don't think I can do like 2 sets in one day.
Yeah.
Unless it's like one scene,
Yeah.
or, you know, a few scenes.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
It can't be a full 12 hours
and a
another
full,
12.
no, that can finish anyone.
So then how do you ground yourself then? Especially coming from once you've reached burnout, or once you've like spent so much time with 2 different characters at the same time.
Yeah.
What is that thing that brings you back to you? Especially how you were like, you know, with Naledi after derolling from that, like it took a while. You had to go to therapy. You had to do all these things to try get back to you. How do you do that in general?
Oh, it's a return to love.
Okay.
And a return to love means always going where you are loved. That's the most, that sentence alone has healed me in so many ways. So my faith in God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, my family, I come from a family that loves me. So I go and I sit with them and I be with them and I allow myself to just be me. And my friends.
I love that.
And doing the little silly things that I think make me me. And there's record of them. You know, there's pictures of you always look back and you're like, oh, I used to enjoy doing this. Okay, maybe I don't enjoy it, but what do I enjoy doing now? And seeking that and finding that, you know. One of my favorite scriptures is seek first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all things will be added unto you, you know. I think seeking God reveals you.
Yeah.
Seeking God means that you're seeking yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how I've somehow always managed to come out at the top. And the more you seek and you find, your boundaries also, they grow.
Yeah.
You become more mature in your conversations with your negotiations. You know exactly what works for you, what doesn't. And also having the grace to know that I'm constantly learning. Just because I've experienced whatever, it doesn't mean I know everything.
No.
I learn every day. Yeah, that's how I think I have remained grounded.
I love that.
And you?
I think, yeah, same. God, definitely.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do feel, especially after playing, like, because I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I love playing characters that have like really real stories to tell, you know. I love being my own anchor. It sounds so, I hope it doesn't come across as like selfish, but I love that. Because you get to experience as you go, and you learn with the character as you go. So for me, I think grounding myself is, yeah, man, I don't really have a set of like hobbies or like things that I like to do.
Yeah.
So I always find that I experience that through like a lot of my characters. Especially because a lot of them are young.
Yes.
But I do find that like just sitting with God again always
helps.
like, I do this thing called the Jesus Challenge.
Okay.
So Jay, like you sit down and you journal every day and you just talk to God. Your journal is you literally saying whatever it is you want to say to him. You're thanking him, you're asking for whatever it is. And the E is to experience God, and you bring him into your space. And you ask for his presence. And JE is, and then you study, and there's like a verse of a day every day, and you study that particular verse. You know it off the top of mind, and then you understand it. And then there's this lady that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Madeline Grace, and she kind of just breaks down all the verses for you.
Oh, no.
And I always feel like God, for me, it's so, I don't know, you'll only understand if you have that relationship with God. But I feel like the verses that we pick for that particular day and like what I've just written down always just coincide. It's always like, God is saying relax. God is saying, okay, calm down. You're burning out. God is saying, yeah, we can honor me, but like there's protect your heart, guard your heart.
God.
So I always feel like God for me is my grounding place. Since I experienced him I've always had a relationship with God, but I think it really, really like became something in 2021. And ever since, that's just what I do every month, especially after long days on set. Besides like the normal removing the hair and the makeup and the just sitting with God and reminding, okay, this is me. This is me. Yes. This is Nefisa sitting with God. That for me is the most grounding. And obviously being with my family, my loved ones, catching up, finding new hobbies as I go. Yeah.
2 more questions before we wrap this up, right? What has been... It's a silly question. It's very... I need the most silliest answer, like the answer you would give me if it's just you and me.
Okay.
Has there been a moment where you're like, I think I just arrived? Even though we understand on a deeper level, there's no such thing as arriving.
Yes.
But like a silly moment of, hey, I think I just... Have you had any of that where you're like...
I think it's so stupid, but it's not stupid. No, it's not. Yes. I'm not going to do that. When Losing Lerato hit number 1. And I remember speaking to one of the people in Netflix. And they were like, Losing was the only local movie we had that dropped that year. And it did the most. Like it exceeded the numbers. I was like, my face did that? But no, not my face.
No, but remember, it's supposed to be in the category of we're being clowns.
I was like, what?
You said, oh
my gosh, what is this?
Netflix people telling me these stats.
Guys. What would it be for you?
For me, when I felt like, no, it's he.
Get a gal.
I think I'm the girl, Oh my gosh, I'm crazy. So I think I have a few of that in my brain.
Yes.
But when I got to the premiere of season 3,
yes,
and there was this big poster of me, a billboard that I was like, oh, thinking now. Oh,
and it was
so funny because now you're on every billboard.
No, literally.
And then when they came down, I remember my parents, I was at home and I was washing dishes and they started buying cheek and I'm like, oh, it's because the billboards are anyway. It's
because I was some point. Maybe I was to go find a show.
So that it was that moment where I was like,
you're like, oh, I think I mean something.
I think I am an extra or whatever,
Wait, I want to know, for you, What if you had to pick a few things or one thing? Let's break it down to one thing that you could change about our industry, because our industry has a lot of problems, a lot of problems in this country. What is one thing that you're like, oh, I wish if I could change this, I would do it right now?
I wish we were regulated. I really wish we were regulated, because if we're regulated, we have a legislation that protects us.
Yeah.
We have, we know, we have like a way, like legislation makes everything better. I wish we had benefits, like a young medical aid, a young pension fund. And I really just wish we had more money.
Yeah, you can say that.
And royalties. Yes, that's what I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I hear you. Yeah, definitely the same thing. And I also wish, but I do think it's getting a little bit better now. The stigma that like you only experience your prime once.
Ooh.
I don't like that, especially for women. I feel like men, they kind of, they have a bit more grace.
Yeah.
They experience their prime at different stages. For women, I feel like it's so rigid. It's so like restricted. It's like, oh, okay, she was not late. Okay, anyway, next, you know, and this thing of you have a baby, then it's, if you have a baby, I hate that. Don't instill fear in people. This one, once she gets pregnant, like I don't like that, because we are still people outside of the industry.
We must still be able to be people.
Yeah.
Outside of our work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. Aww. God bless you for that. Thanks. Speaking to the choir.
Period.
Okay. Well, what's next? Oh, what are we wishing? Oh, what do you want to leave us with?
I want to say to my people, guys, dreaming king. Please stay dreaming. Literally anything and everything is possible. If you believe in God, you know He's literally always by your side. And even if you feel like your situation right now doesn't necessarily qualify you to be in the spaces you want to be in, I didn't think I was qualified to be where I am today, and I'm here. And it was literally just the grace of God and faith. So please keep dreaming. No matter how old you are, anything and everything is possible. You never know. Gaisang could be walking down the road and want to change your whole life. You really never know. God is always using people. So yeah, never stop dreaming. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. You?
The sky is not the limit. God is.
Oh, louder.
Man, I know God is limitless. We God girls here.
Yeah.
You don't come to the God TV show.
Put you in a service.
Okay.
You're going to be in the service.
Yeah. And everything you said. And just go where you're loved.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with the crazies that get you.
Yeah.
All the time.
And protect your heart.
And we thank you guys.
Yes.
And we love you guys so much. I know we're strange.
Bit awkward here and there.
But we really appreciate everyone.
Yeah.
And we're not going to cry.
No. I was about to, but we're not going to do that.
Almost did. But we are maturing now.
Yeah.
We on podcasts.
Yeah.
We talking about acting. They call us
acting boo-boo. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having us.
Night.